Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then kind of a personal friend of mine, Josh, we actually, because I still go over to Kona once every 2 weeks, and we happened to be flying back on the plane, and I hadn't even opened this office yet, but I was having some serious issues with my IT guy who told me that he could wire my office, and then it took him 6 hours just to put my network printer online. And so I was talking to Josh, he's like, oh, that's what I do, and yeah, I got issues, and so we discovered each other. And so it's been about 2 years that Josh has been a patient. Come on up, Josh.
Awesome. Yeah. So, like you said, one fateful day on the way back from Kona to Oahu, I sat down beside Dr. Joe, and he was basically telling me I have some serious IT issues, and I'm like, okay, I can hook you up. So I fixed all his IT issues. And
in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Over some sushi and beer. It was cool. It was a fun time. So once we got all that fixed up in his office and all his computers talking to each other and all that good stuff, he was like, now, do you have any issues with your back? And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. And I really hadn't had any other, I really hadn't had back issues other than being folded in half at Sandy Beach, like many people get. So, but he was like, okay, well, what about headaches? And I was like, wait a minute, yeah, headaches. I've had migraines since I've been like 9 years old. And as a lot of people know, if you have migraines, they still really don't know what caused migraines. There's not been a pinpointed issue of what it is. There's so many different variables and things like that. So he goes, I can fix that. And I'm like, all right, how is that going to be possible? But I was at first like she said, I was very skeptical of chiropractic work. My mother also has migraine headaches, and she's gotten actually injections at some points for migraines that are lasting more than 2 to 3 days. So I guess it kind of runs in, they say, in genetics and stuff like that. So basically started coming to see Dr. Joe, and probably after the first 2 or 3 sessions with him, after the analysis and getting back in alignment, I didn't have not only migraines but headaches at all. So it completely, like, I was in a migraine study at UH on migraines, and like I said, there's really still no solid evidence of what caused this. But
and they're going like this at U of H now. So.
Yeah, they're going. I'm like, what about Dr. Joe? This is a cure right here.
They've never called.
Yeah. So, but I'm here to say, like, just like she said, once this happened to me, I would rather take, I would rather go to Dr. Joe and get adjustments than take medications. I'm like kind of an anti-medicine kind of guy. I don't like pills. I don't like pain pills. I don't like taking medications. I like the natural healing. And like I said, I was skeptical of natural healers like chiropractors. I was kind of like, I don't want my neck twisted. I was kind of nervous the first time I went in there. I was like, oh God, he's gonna twist my neck around and break my head off. I'm like, oh. But very gentle, easy movements, and everything got back in line, and headaches disappeared. And just recently, actually, to add to the story, I was at work, and I do IT, like you said, and I fix cameras that are sometimes really high up. And after completing a camera job, I had to move a ladder, and the maintenance people at the building had all gone home, and there was really no one to help me, and I wanted to go home. So I attempted to move a pretty large ladder by myself, and as I was bringing the ladder down, it shifted, and it took me with it. And it basically twisted something in my lower back that I was like, whoa, what was that? But, and long story short, I went to see a medical doctor because it happened at work, so I was required to go to a medical physician. And this doctor, professional doctor, all he wanted to do is prescribe me medicines. Take this for pain, you'll be fine. Take this, rest, lay down. I couldn't even sit still because it was so painful in my lower back. Like, it was unbearable. So went back to see him. Hey doc, the medicines you gave me, they're not working. I still can't. I can barely sleep at night. So, here, take more powerful medicines. take these and come back and see me again. And it's like, I'm like, Doc, where is the x-rays? Let's do an MRI. Let's look inside of my body and see what has changed. Like, what is the problem? Let's not just push this off. Like, I get a flat tire, I'm gonna fix the tire. I'm not gonna say, oh, let's fill it with cheese. We go a couple more miles down the road on that. I want to fix the problem. So, eventually got him to sign off on coming to see Dr. Joe for that problem, and came to see Dr. Joe, and within, say, 2 weeks, I'm like the Tin Man after he got oiled again. I feel like I should dance around and toot my horn, but yeah, I can't say enough good things about Dr. Joe to friends and family. I've had several friends that I've recommended to Dr. Joe. Another example, a guy that I was working with, he was in a severe car accident, and he was taking powerful medications. And as you know, the side effect of these medications is they have addictive properties in them, and if you don't take these medicines, you have withdrawal syndromes. So one night I was with the guy, and he had forgotten his medicine, and he started to have these symptoms where he was withdrawing from not having the medicine. And after I saw him going through that, I was like, hey, honestly, heart to heart, you need to go see this guy. Like, you need to talk to this guy, and you need to see what he can do for you. And how's he doing?
Yeah, he's doing real well. He still comes in. He's got a lot of major issues, but he's doing so much better. He's able to work, he functions, and he's a young guy. I mean, he's what, 25?
Yeah.
He's a young guy, so.
So yeah, I'm 31, and I started having migraines at age 9. I can remember the first one I had at a soccer game where I was like, what's happening to me? And, ever since I met this guy, it's been smooth sailing, and it's been great, and the best thing you could probably do for your life is to come and see him. I mean, that's what I tell everybody. Like, I can't say enough good stuff about him, so.
Thanks, Josh.
Yep, that's my story.